James Barrett-Sterling for Merstham TV. After a disappointing afternoon for the Moatsiders here at the Hybrid Fitness Stadium, they fell 3-2 against Broadbridge Heath, and I've been joined by the manager, Jamie Decruz. Jamie, what's your overriding feeling after this afternoon, cruising into a 2-goal lead and ended up taking no points away?
I think in terms of the cruising, I think we were fortunate to go 2-0 up, but I don't think we ever had any control of the game today at all. And I think actually the 2-0 scoreline just completely papered over the cracks of a loose performance, and we got what we deserved, which was nothing. We deserved absolutely nothing today.
Wow, okay, fair enough. I thought we played quite well for the first 35 minutes, got the 2 goals, but then maybe letting them back in through the back door just before half-time probably gave them a little bit of hope to grasp onto.
Yeah, I thought we created some good opportunities first half hour, and I think we worked the ball okay on transition, but in terms of passiveness, in terms of getting out and fronting people, they're 2-0 down and they're still passing the ball around for fun when we're not engaging, or, you know, from the moment the game started in terms of actually wanting to go and front people up. We're just too nice. It's too nice all over the park. We go 1-0 up, we go 2-0 up. We still don't ever feel in control. They get a goal from absolutely nothing. It seemed a little bit of luck in terms of the cross got deflected and it's fell to the striker. But it just sums us up. We're happy to accept, teams to come here and want to work harder. And if they work harder, they'll probably come away with 3 points. Because mentally in football, when you get in a position where you're so close and you can really start to push on, and we've only lost 1 in 10 up until today, we throw it away because mentally we're weak.
So how can you guys try and change that mentality then?
We have to get players in with a better mentality. That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel, and I've told them that. I feel like their mentality is what has cost them today. They didn't want to run hard. They didn't want to fight for each other. They're too busy moaning at referees, acting like, I would say, children, but at times children show more maturity in their game than us. And I think actually I would rather go with slightly lesser players, but players who are going to non-stop back each other and run. We just fold under any little bit of adversity. Second goal, go straight in. I think keeper James should have probably done better. He's done well for us the last 3 games, and obviously we're hoping Tulsa will be back soon. We've been really lucky to get James in. I think their second goal comes out of nothing, but they've had 3 chances and scored 3 goals probably. And they deserved it. They deserved more from the game when we beat them at their place. So today's a little bit of payback, I would imagine, and that's how their manager feels. And so he should, because we stole 3 points there today and we didn't get away with it today.
I understand. Just to play devil's advocate, I thought for the first 35 minutes until they scored that actually we kept our shape quite well and we were dropping off. They were quite happy to spray the ball around the back quite a lot and use their goalkeeper, but they weren't really hurting us. But then in the second half, they came out and did it to us, and that's when we kind of crumbled a bit.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'd say they didn't have loads of opportunities, certainly maybe the one opportunity all half. But I was looking at the game slightly differently in terms of I kept feeling like their midfielders were getting on the other side of our midfield players. Mm-hmm. A lot of time those promising opportunities probably never came to anything, but it kept happening. It was a common theme, and we're thinking, well, that's happening too easy. So although in terms of their, the amount they got in the box or shots on target or anything like that wasn't massive, they were still getting into good areas because we were weak, because we were passive, we didn't pass players on, we didn't run hard. So you do that for 90 minutes and you're going to lose a game of football. It doesn't matter whether the goals come in the second half or the first half, or, we were 2 good goals, to be fair, 2 good goals, well-worked goals. Couple other opportunities, I thought their keeper made 2 really good saves. Yeah. So credit to him. But even at 3-0, James, I wouldn't have felt the game was... And that's because of us. We haven't done that all season. We haven't been in control all season. We make every game harder than what it needs to be because we're not mentally tough enough to control games. And that's what it is, being mentally tough enough to control games.
Sure, obviously the players have got the talent to go out there and shine, but maybe sort of mentally some of them were a little bit weak this afternoon, and that's what's cost us. I thought that at 2-2 you made the substitution and Dean Gunner came on, went to a back 3. What was the thinking behind that? Because unfortunately they scored within sort of 2 minutes of that happening.
Yeah, it's just how football works. We'd done it at their place in 2 minutes after we scored, and we went on to win the game. I just think Lee Lewis had to come off. So Lee Lewis had to come off with his hamstring. We were already struggling in that area with Billy obviously not being available. So we were a little bit limited. We decided we wanted to try and get 2 up top because we felt, to be honest, we were looking at doing 3-5-2 a lot earlier than what we'd done it. I just think it coincided with the fact that it happened and then they scored. But saying that, how good header from Adam. Who was obviously with us. He's a really good lad. How's HP letting him run off him? We've got 3 centre halves in there, so if they're getting a cross from deep and it swings round the back and Adam's got a free header, that's on us. That's not shape. It's just mentality again. It's mentality and switching on and focus.
Can I bring a little ray of sunshine in and just say, as you alluded to, it's the first defeat that we've had, certainly in 7 or 8 games. It might be 10 now. We've progressed in the Surrey Senior Cup, and we're literally just outside the playoffs. So I mean, the broad picture of things are looking quite good since Christmas time.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like that right now.
Of course, but
at half time we were in the playoffs, and at full time we're 5 points away. And that's every time we seem to build a little bit of momentum and get into an opportunity of real promise, we throw it away because these players don't want it enough. Me and my staff want it more than some of those sometimes, and I'm not accepting that no more. I'm not accepting it, and they know how I feel. It was short and sweet in there, but they've got to liven up. I can accept being beaten by really, really good sides with moments of magic. And Broadbridge are a good side, by the way. They are a good side. Broadbridge are a good dynamic side who work hard and have good patterns, but we've lost because we've been outworked, outfought, and they wanted it more than us. And that's what I can't accept. I can accept the other side of it. I can't accept a team wanting it more than us when we're on the cusp of the playoffs.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's genuinely how I feel, how the management feel, and how some of the players feel. Certainly the ones who do care. They feel that every time we're in a position of promise, we throw it away because do we really want it enough? Do we really believe and want it enough? You're 2-0 up. You're 2-0 up at half time, 2-1. You go 2-0 up. We should have controlled the game. Yeah. We should have been 2-0 up, back in front of our supporters. I think there's 350 here today, just short of 350. Haven't been at home for a long time in terms of a Saturday league game. And we go 2-0 up against probably, I don't want to say the run of play, but, we went 2-0 up from scoring 2 good goals. Then go and control the game and care and do the basics right, and don't let them turn one moment of unfortunate play into a goal. I know it can't always be helped, but just think we're soft throughout.
Yeah, fair enough. Just finally, as you allude to, it's our first league game back here for ages, over calendar month, I think it is. We've got 2 on the spin now, Tuesday night and Saturday night. Can we see a little bit of revigoration and hopefully pack out the Hybrid Fitness Stadium and get back on winning ways?
Yeah, well, we need to. We need to make this place a fortress, and we need to get back to winning games here. I think we've only lost 2 home games here all year.
Which, to be fair, that's decent, really.
Yeah, it's decent, but it's all on us, isn't it? It's on us. It's what we want to make it. And I look at the 2 games we've lost, and today, and then I look at the game prior, which was Eastbourne, and it was the same conversation me and you were having then. So when our boys care, when they want it, when they're together, when they're really on it, capable of beating anyone. But the problem for us is, like most teams, I imagine, but certainly I feel massively on us because I think we've got good players. Yeah. I think we're well organised. Mm-hmm. I think we look like we're going to score goals most games. I think we do a lot of the good things, but it's the other side which we don't do well enough. Tracking men, running back, pressing together, 50-50s. And until we get that right, we will not achieve or gain anything. And it's a shame because we've got a good group of lads in there who are probably exceeding expectation in terms of, to be where we are. We've transitioned quite quickly from a team that was grateful to stay up last year to a team who's knocking on the door of the playoffs. And that doesn't happen overnight. That doesn't happen easy. And the one thing I'll say, if you look at our group, most of them are players who've been here for a while with us. They're not, we don't just change players. We try and work with the group we've got, but maybe we've got to freshen things up to kickstart some of these. Maybe they're getting a little bit comfortable, and maybe that's what we've got to look to do, and that's part of our job. I just try and put a lot of loyalty in what we've got because I believe they deserve it, and I think when they want to do it, they can do it. But they've let me down today, they've let themselves down today, and they've let the club down today. I believe, not because we lost the game, but as I've alluded to, because we didn't get the basics of winning a football game right. You won't win any game of football if you don't do the basics right. It is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, brutally, honestly, Jamie, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Hopefully just a speed bump rather than anything major. And back here on Tuesday night against Three Bridges, 7:45 kickoff. Come down to the Hybrid Fitness Stadium if you can make it.
Cheers. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.